Listen up because this story will absolutely blow your mind. Meet Jake and Marcus, two gamers who had no idea they were about to find their soulmate through a random online match. Jake was 24, living in Seattle, working as a software developer and spending his nights gaming to escape the loneliness. Marcus was 26, stuck in Atlanta, fresh out of a brutal breakup that left him questioning everything about love. They met in an online battle royale game at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday night. What started as trash talk turned into genuine laughter. Jake noticed Marcus had this incredible wit, always making jokes that had him cracking up even when they were losing. Marcus loved how Jake would get excited about small victories, cheering like they just won a championship. After that first night, they started playing together regularly. Hour-long gaming sessions turned into 3-hour conversations about everything and nothing. Jake would tell Marcus about his crazy coworkers, and Marcus would share stories about his ridiculous roommate. Neither of them mentioned they were gay at first, but there was this undeniable chemistry building through their headsets. The turning point came 6 weeks later during a late-night gaming session. Marcus was having a rough day and opened up about feeling lost after his ex cheated on him. Jake, without thinking, said he understood completely because his ex-boyfriend had done the same thing 2 years ago. The silence that followed was deafening. Marcus finally whispered that he never expected to meet someone like Jake, especially not through gaming. Jake's heart was racing as he admitted he had been developing feelings, but was terrified to say anything. They decided to video call for the first time, and when those cameras turned on, it was like electricity. Jake saw Marcus's warm brown eyes and that smile he had been imagining for weeks. Marcus couldn't believe how handsome Jake was, with his messy hair and genuine laugh. They talked until sunrise, sharing their fears about long-distance relationships and their hopes for the future. The next few months were a whirlwind of daily video calls, care packages, and falling deeper in love. Jake would send Marcus his favorite coffee beans from Seattle, and Marcus would ship Jake homemade cookies that his grandmother taught him to bake. They played games together every night, but now it was just an excuse to spend time together. Jake planned surprise online movie dates where they would start Netflix at the same time and text throughout the film. Marcus created playlists for Jake filled with songs that reminded him of their conversations. But long distance is brutal, and doubts started creeping in. Jake began overthinking every delayed response, wondering if Marcus was losing interest. Marcus struggled with not being able to physically comfort Jake during stressful work days. They had their first real fight about Jake's ex reaching out, and Marcus felt helpless being thousands of miles away. The breaking point came when Jake got offered a promotion that would require even more travel. He was torn between his career and his relationship with Marcus. Marcus felt like he was holding Jake back and started pulling away emotionally. They went 3 days without talking, both too proud and scared to reach out first. Finally, Jake couldn't take it anymore and called Marcus at midnight. They both started crying immediately, admitting how miserable they had been without each other. Jake told Marcus he would rather have a challenging relationship with him than an easy life without him. Marcus confessed he had been looking at jobs in Seattle, but was afraid to seem too desperate. That conversation changed everything. Marcus applied for a marketing position in Seattle and got it within 2 weeks. Jake helped him apartment hunt through virtual tour and video calls. The day Marcus moved to Seattle was the most nerve-wracking day of Jake's life. What if the chemistry wasn't the same in person? What if they had built up unrealistic expectations? Marcus's flight was delayed, and Jake paced the airport for 2 hours, checking his phone every 30 seconds. When Marcus finally walked through those arrival gates, Jake's knees went weak. Marcus dropped his bags and ran straight into Jake's arms. Their first kiss was everything they had imagined and more, with airport strangers cheering around them. 6 months later, they moved in together, turning Jake's gaming room into their shared space. A year after that, Jake proposed during one of their gaming sessions, hiding the ring in a loot box that Marcus had to open. Marcus said yes before Jake even finished his speech, and they both started crying happy tears. Now, 3 years later, they run a successful gaming stream together called Two Player Love, where they share their story and help other LGBTQ+ gamers find community. They still play the same Battle Royale game where they met, but now it's to celebrate their anniversary every month. Jake and Marcus prove that love can start anywhere, even through a gaming headset at 2 a.m., and that sometimes the best relationships begin with a random match that changes everything forever.